This is a Hip Hop Kings exclusive. www.hip-hopkings.com, and don't forget the fucking hyphen.
Okay, so this is Ryan from Hip Hop Kings, speaking to Lewis Logic. How's it going, man?
Greetings. How are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you. Obviously we're here in Leeds, just after the live performance. What do you think of Leeds as a city, and as a, you know, how did you get a reaction from the crowd as well?
Well, as a city, the streets and highways are like Prague. They're hella confusing. And I got lost, and I almost got killed by a car 17 or 18 times just going out to get something to eat. I like that personally because I like challenges. It's just, you know, how I conduct myself musically, and just in terms of the stances I take on subjects. I never take the easy way out. If anything, I take the path of most resistance. That's my life philosophy. As far as the crowd goes, bastards, I was like this, like it, and they were throwing stuff, and they jumped on a stage. I got tossed off the stage like Prince B by KRS. You guys don't remember that?
No, that's beyond our generation, man. Come on.
Nah, they were cool, man. It was really fun. Tonight's show was really intimate. Everybody was naked, and I had clothes on, so it was like the opposite of most nights. I liked it a lot.
I'm glad to know. So is it fair to say that we'll be seeing you back in Leeds maybe in a couple of years?
I would gladly come. A couple of years, a couple of days, coming back. Dude, women here are really pretty. Although I've found that to be the case kind of UK-wide. You know, we've been to Wales so far, we've been to England, we're going to Scotland. I'm really surprised how attractive the women are, man. I have this idea that, like, the British women would look kind of like librarians or something. They'd be like hella, I don't know, just conservative and like cute, you know, but not, no, that's one word, not cute, quaint, you know, and it's not the case. They're fucking,
No, that's cool.
they're freaking adorable.
So
Check that
obviously,
out.
so you know, I mean, listening to, you know, cinematic and Misery Loves Comedy, a lot of your music is based around females. Certainly the last two albums anyway. A lot of the songs that you write, does it come from personal experience, or is it stories that your friends have told, or how do you find the inspiration for your music?
Well, I mean, I can't say that there isn't some of my own personal escapade inside the songs that I've written. That would be untrue. But generally, I try not to write stuff that's completely reality-based, because I live in reality, and I get that out of this music, getting to escape from the doldrum of my own life, of just the day in, day out, of filling my pockets with money for rapping and taking girls' clothes off and having cheap sex. It's so boring. So I try to write records about skinning people and, you know, reading thoughts. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Alright, some of the stuff in the records is about me. I write a lot of the songs about my best friend Christian, whose last name will go unmentioned to protect his privacy. But he's the most interesting, ordinary guy that I've ever met. He's a social worker with no, like, huge aspiration to be rich or to find his way into fame or anything like that. But he has the weirdest adventures and stories, and it's like everything that happens to him came out of, you know, like an artsy romantic comedy, you know, not like a Jennifer Aniston flick, you know, like a good one, like High Fidelity or something like that. Like, his life is like that for no good reason. It's inexplicable. He's actually pretty average-looking guy. Like, I don't get it. You know what? I guess that's kind of interesting. He's a mutt like me. He's not the same kind of mutt, but he's half black and half white. I don't even know what you guys call it that here. But anyway, he's one of those people who's so light, and his features are so extraneous, ambiguous. You choose your own adjective. you look at him and you're not exactly sure what's going on there. To that end, I mean, he might look a little unique, but I don't know, man. I don't know how he finds his way into such exciting and bizarre stuff. Like, I tour around the world and make records, and you know, some of the disgusting stuff I joke about is probably true. But I still think he's more interesting than I am. That kid's amazing. So I write about him all the time.
Well, on behalf of Hip Hop Kings and all the fans, I'd like to say thank you for Christian for his existence.
I thank him too. I don't know how I'd pay my mortgage if this guy didn't keep this stuff up.
Now, one particular song I have to ask about is The Idiot Gear. For me personally, this is where the interview gets emotional. When I split up with my ex-girlfriend, this song was on repeat for days and weeks and months.
Yeah.
It just perfectly sums up, you know, a typical guy's thoughts in a female, highlighting the best and the worst attributes of her and how you can feel. How do you write something so amazing, you know? How did that even come to your head?
Thank you. Deep-seated insecurity? I don't know. I had a terrible, terrible breakup. But it was like one of the best things that ever happened to me because it ruined my life for 2 years, and I just did a lot of drinking and drugs and stuff, and this is actually, and I had a lot of like really awful, very foul, meaningless sex, and I was just trying to find something, I guess, and I was so depressed and mad because she broke up with me out of like anger, and then decided to go on a rampage and like sleep with all of my college friends. It was horrible, and that part is true, and I guess I kind of did it as a therapeutic thing. I used to watch Chasing Amy on repeat. You know, I would just put it on over and over and over and over again. And reading John Irving and Milan Kundera books. You know, these authors who write so beautifully about the clumsy intimacy between males and females with regard to infidelity and love and the stupid human nature elements that go into it, of like the more spit on you get, like the more you like the person, and yeah, I mean, for those reasons, I started shifting the direction of the content of my songs from, you know, like beer and I can rap and girls are hot to damn, it's hard to be a dude. Why is everything about like being cool and being awesome all the time? I don't feel that fucking awesome. Sometimes I feel pretty shitty, and I think about some of the stuff that's happened to me, and think I'm probably not the only person that this has happened to. There's probably a lot of dudes, and maybe I thought it would make me feel better, or that I'd be sparing somebody else the grief of. I'm not a social activist. So I'm making it out to be like I did this because I'm such a nice guy. That hasn't. I did it for me. I'm a brat.